to whoever gets impaled, you get yeeted as well. That's why you want to spread out. And that's why I asked you to bring noggin fogger elixirs.
On streaming, right?
If you bring the noggin foggers and you get impaled, you don't take any fall damage. Rogues and ferals, mages, priests, you can avoid it. Everyone else, please try to pop a noggin fogger now. Try to get a light fella. We're gonna pull in a second. Yes, basically range 10. I actually don't know, to be honest, the exact distance, but I think it's around 10 yards. Just spread out a bit. Don't be stupid about it. So when he does...
The width of the impale is kind of like the width of this doorway. So if you're all stood like we are now, it would hit every single person in the raid, for example. Yeah. But if you were in like either side of the doorway, it'd only hit like 1 or 2 people.
Okay.
So you want to spread in like a line across the room.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was melee on this fight, so Gun probably knows better than I do in that.
All the DPS is undead, so you can use the trinket if you want to.
Yeah, good point. So when he does the Locust Swarm, let's get back to that. When he does the Locust Swarm, he's going to telegraph it with his ass. Everyone, that is everyone, is going to go into the middle of the room. And Canny, you're going to kite him around like a half moon in the room.
Yeah, on the outer edge, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And you're going to kite him clockwise around the room. Oh, yeah. While you're doing that, an ad spawns. Gunbjorn is going to pick that up, and we're just going to kill it. When he's done with that, the fight basically goes back to phase 1 again. And if we have low DPS, it's going to go to another Locust Swarm, so on and so on. Okay?
Can I have a swiftness potion for the Locust Swarm transaction?
I don't think it's necessary, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, just turn and run. The important thing I was going to say is to get make sure you got healers on Canny when he's moving. Don't let him go out of range.
Yeah, completely.
He slows down, so like you should be able to outrun it.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes like super slow.
Like the boomer strat is to put a hunter in his pack with in his group with aspect of the pack. We're not going to do that. Okay, let's give it a go.
If anyone, there's only one other tiny thing.
Right, I think there's this
door.
Don't
push too far. Don't push too far. Everyone get inside.
Papa, come in. That's it. Perfect.
What are you going to say, Gun?
I was going to say, if anyone dies, like loads of little tiny scarabs spawn, just don't let them sit there wailing on the healers, because it'll give them lots of pushback. So just range kill them if you see them.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Hopefully no one dies.
That's why it's super. That's why it's super important that you actually stay aware of your surroundings. You don't get impaled. Okay. Sunder's up on the ads right away. Let's try to get it.
Let's go.
I want to see 5 Sunders on the ads straight ahead. Like, focus the ads. Drag him onto the boss. Onto the boss. That's not the boss. I forgot to. Yeah, fucking hell.
Oh shitting! What the hell?
Yep.
That was impale.
Wait, are you dead?
Yeah.
You want to rest him or go or wipe?
No, don't rest.
Did the healers not move up with Canny?
I have the boss.
Kill the crypt guard.
And he has the boss.
Okay.
Kill the ads. Just try to keep me alive. Try to keep me alive.
Can the healers that were on Canny go with Nox now? That's your new assignment.
It's on the boss then.
Spread out. There's a lot of healers on top of each other. Spread the fuck out. Okay, we can still do this. That's only 1 death. 2 deaths. Locust Swarm is in 25 seconds.
This is free real estate right now. Just kill him.
Free real estate.
Be ready to get impaled. So that hit like 7 people, 6 people.
Super important, guys. Spread the fuck out.
It's in a
10 seconds for Locust Swarm. Melee, you're gonna get ready to move the fuck out. Melee, move out now and get into the middle of the room. Move. Right. Middle of the room.
So I'll grab that crypto.
I'll get the
kill the ad.
Crypto.
Kill the ad. Heal me. I'm dead.
Oh, fucking
So
Yeah, that's why. Wipe it up.
is the idea to kite him along the edge of the green goo?
Yeah.
Yes,
Can
and
you
the
run
idea is
down?
that range.
Obviously, can use that.
Range should be stacked in the middle of the room.
Yeah,
okay,
I got-
release, we go again.
I got too
Yeah.
close trying to be able to make sure you stayed in range for healing. That's where I went wrong.
So you went the right way, Canny. It wasn't close enough to the edge of the room to keep the AOE off the raid.
The problem was regarding Canny's death was the healers never moved up with Canny. They stopped in the middle.
Oh, sorry, it wasn't Canny tanking on Locust
Yeah,
Swarm,
no,
was
no,
it?
no.
It was Nox.
And I
Yeah,
think
to be honest, I had no idea about the range. I never expected to tank the boss, so I never really looked into
Yeah.
the actual range of the Locust Swarm. I know I didn't run fast enough, and I ran too far away. That's my bad.
If he's on the edge of the room, i.e. going through the green goo, then the range on it reaches to near enough the middle of the room. It's quite a
Yeah.
big AOE.
And the ads must be killed on top of each other because they will spawn little ones when Locust Storm.
Read
that
that
was
again,
a-
Kenny.
Hmm?
Read that again.
I think people over aggroed on the Crypt Fiend guys at the start as well, so the tank
Yeah.
in position. So
Is
just hold it for like a few seconds till it's in position.
Is it worth everyone using a FAP on this as well to stop the webs?
Can do,
Yes,
you can
I
have it, so-
completely I completely bottled that. I should have said we need to fap on pull melee. That's my bad.
May I ask, what the heck is FAP?
Reaction post.
Reaction
Free
post.
action. It's not what you think it is, Happy.
I mean, you can also do that at the same time if you want, but I don't recommend it.
Please don't. He'll spawn. He spawn the wee things when he dies. Right. Let's get everyone rebuffed.
Yeah, sorry. So I should have said that. So melee, you're all gonna want to use a fap on pull.
Do people
If you
use-
don't have a fap, trade me now.
I can't FAP and Stone Shield.
I know.
I still owe you 4 faps, but I couldn't spell your name. Send them back.
Do the healers need FAPs?
No,
Okay,
because
thank
the
you.
healers are just gonna be stood in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Like, do everything to keep Canny alive. And I don't know why you're so fucking stood in the middle of the room. Horny to kill the boss. Like, don't kill the boss. Let Canny get aggro on the boss. Let him pull drag it back. Healers, pre-shield, do whatever. Put up some hots. Like, we don't have world buffs. Do everything to keep him alive. Okay?
Yep.
Let's get buffs up. Reconsume. Let's go again.
How many consumes this guy? Folk used. Is anybody out yet?
Yeah, just
I'm
run
out of
now.
food.
Happy Fappy should be my next name.
If you don't have it, if you ran out of mongoose, you don't have a mongoose, you can trade me for it. It's fine. I brought plenty.
Understand that everyone well, not everyone, but a lot of people in Paradox are like struggling for consumes and gold and whatever else. Like, I don't think there's any issue with like not consuming for trash because like there's deaths on trash, right?
We'll
when
cover. We'll cover consumes in that after the raid, so don't worry about that. Well, that's
move on.
part of the guild meeting. Yeah.
Okay, I want to steal your thunder then.
Thanks.
But thanks for the thought, Tmyrdal.
7 people missing intellect.
Don't go too forward.
Yeah, never not get too far forward and.
We'll get him this time. Now everyone.
Yeah,
knows
we
what to
got
expect.
this. We got this.
So like
Mission
the
failed. We'll get him next day.
the impale, you see how it works now, right? It shoots out in a line from him. Anyone in front or behind you, if he targets you, is going to get hit too. And it's quite wide, so you can kind of gauge now where you need to stand to dodge it, or how you need to stand.
Yeah, so
It's
you
always
might want
gonna
to
hit
shimmy
you.
forward a bit. Yeah, perfect, man.
Melee as well, make sure you just stand on either left or right leg, just to the side. And that way, it's not going to hit everyone.
Okay, let's give it a go, guys. Remember to fab. Go ahead when you're ready, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
gonna drag the mobs on top of a Nubicon. Drag the skull in.
Yeah, we're
I
wrapped.
have a mob with me.
Do freedom.
Oh, never mind.
It's fine. Okay. Kill the Crypt Guard.
Ignore what I just put in there, I was just removing a macro.
Hey! Got like 40 seconds of nuke now. Lucas.
As Gun says, free real estate here. Just pump as hard as you can.
Really move to a load, don't stand in the middle.
Which way is Kenny gonna go?
Clockwise.
Left side.
Left side is not
For me, yeah.
counterclockwise.
For me.
Yeah, clockwise, yes.
The boss.
Melee move out at like
20
5
seconds.
seconds or something.
Yeah, don't risk dying here.
10 seconds.
That's
Unfortunate. Get the Crypt Scarabs. Move into the middle. Everyone into the middle. If you're not in the middle, you're dead.
And to
You
get
can
healed
move
from
away
Kenny.
from the points as well, but yeah.
Beware.
Don't have to be like dead middle.
Big guys up. Quick guard.
Is it okay to shield Canny? He's not going to lose threat or anything?
Yes, absolutely fine. Just keep it.
Locust Swarm ended in 5.
So we just repeat the same thing
Canny
again
up.
at the
Keep
other
Canny
side
up.
now.
Yep.
Keep
Big heals on Canny,
Yeah.
guys. Big heals, flash if you need to.
Shit. And that was.
Too far away.
Gun has it. Big heals and gun. Big heals and gun. We got this.
Flash heal if you need to, guys. I don't care, man.
Just to get him into position.
AoE the Corpse Scarabs down.
All of you want to rest.
Someone needs to be on the ad pick
I
up.
don't want to rest. We have this.
Yeah,
we have this. I'll get the ads.
Yeah, 2 stacked there.
Yep.
Bubble some mages in that
Mages,
AoE.
mages, I need you to AoE in the middle.
I need to run into the middle because I've got scarabs on me.
Right, spread out.
Locust Swarm.
Right.
Locust Swarm.
Big
Into
heals
the middle.
done.
Get away from the boss, everyone. Get away from the boss.
Fuck, I'm dead. You need to run away from him, guys. He's Locust Swarm.
Yeah, that's another wipe. Just wipe it up. We go again.
I will ask. I saw that I was getting hit by the Locust Swarm even when I got out to the other side of the room. Do I need to keep running until it ends, or because I thought I just needed to get to
You
this
run
side?
on. Yeah, you run until the Locust Swarm is over. It should be when you get over there. I don't know why it kept going. I saw you kept getting hit.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it wasn't. So okay, I will keep running a bit and then maybe backpedal. I don't know.
That was a fine try.
Right,
Like we can
right,
easily
right.
two-face this.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken,
What kills us here, guys? What kills us here is that people are too stacked in the middle. Like we get overwhelmed by the small scarabs. Yeah, he was pretty fast.
It's definitely worth
Clearly,
last
yeah.
mapping when you're running away from him with the Locust Swarm. I think.
Yeah, healers.
Just
Like,
that extra help.
Do I tank this and then dash? Like dash it around? I'm not sure. I've never. I saw he ran pretty fast.
I think if you dash too far ahead, you'll start cutting corners.
Yeah. Also, I
Yeah,
don't think it's
that's
really the
true.
problem. Like the first time it went well. It's just that the Locust Swarm kept going, and if I run faster, then Locust Swarm will last faster even. So that's more. I would say it's
he,
another try.
Okay.
He's tauntable, right?
I don't think so.
I can tell you
I
actually.
don't think he's tauntable. He's not. I tried to taunt at least.
No,
maybe
it's not
resisted.
tauntable.
Question for Gun.
Not
You were tanking Skull at the beginning, right? The first ad.
Yeah.
Did you get webbed? Is that why it stopped in the middle?
Yes, I did.
Okay, right.
Just get freedom from.
Web ran out. Fap ran out.
Yeah, it's probably worth getting a blessing of freedom, isn't it?
Healers, can I say, see when we are phasing into the second phase, we run as quickly as possible, and we need the mages to clear up as quickly as possible, and as soon as they're clear, we need to then move on the outer part of this inner circle, you know what I mean? And follow the tank around.
Yep.
Otherwise we're going to be out of range, and we won't be able to heal the tank dies, and obviously this is what happens.
Summon
So
a
we just need
Hellion,
to-
please. I don't know why he just came in. Or just run fast, like... I want to give this another go.
Yeah, definitely, this is good.
Like, we got this, for sure. Okay, try to fish on your noggin foggers. Like, we take so much rate damage from those.
Oh, that reminds
And
me.
try to spread out.
With the when we get him over to this side after the first locust swarm, are you going to kite it back the same way around the
Yes,
right-hand
clockwise.
side? Because this time it went on the left, and I think I ran into it as well.
It's supposed to be clockwise at all times. Also, try to remember what Gunn said. So he's the only one that has experience like with the ranged on this. But if you stay in a line across the room, that will really help. Like, it doesn't matter where you stood as we're actually fighting. It's only when the locust swarm starts, right? You want to be in the middle. So as we're fighting the initial phase, you can spread out in a line, so you don't all get hit by the impale. So we took so much rate damage there. Like a mage can't survive that. Okay, buff up, get some consumes going, and let's give it another try.
Mm-hmm. One sec.
This is all good stuff.
Okay, when you're ready, Kenny, you can go.
Yes. Let's go.
Sunder's up straight away. Remember to fap.
No way out.
Drag them in.
And they're nice and spread out.
This isn't spread out, guys.
Kill cross. I've never actually seen that mechanic. It means we really have to focus on killing those quicker. 30 seconds, just pump it away.
PI and Harry Peter.
I got impaled.
15 to Locust Swarm. Melee, you're gonna start moving now. Middle of the room. Spread out a bit in case we get an impale.
No, good
Okay,
work.
now into the middle. Into the middle.
Healers out.
Drag it in and kill it.
Big focus on Canny, guys.
yeah.
Big focus on Canny. Come on.
It will all be over soon.
Shit.
Fuck.
Right, there's a very, very small section of where the healers can go out to be able to reach the range to heal the tank. Go out too far, you'll get hit by the locust swarm.
Keep going.
We can do this. We can do this. Focus up. Mary taunting. Keep gun up.
I think I need sickness potion.
Get a battle res on Canny.
Battle res one of the healers first. Marconi.
Oh, bandage. Fucking hell, one.
I'm getting Partridge up.
It will all be over soon.
Only Christina alive. And you.
How long till pestilence? I don't see the thing on DBM.
28.
5 seconds.
Yeah, like, sorry.
Marconi, do you have battle res?
Yep.
Beware.
Locust swarm now. Move out.
What the hell? That was ugly.
Yes.
Yeah, DBM is
Där var
off.
Dominik.
Get those little spiders.
Jeg
Kill the ad.
han der,
I've taunted the ad.
Det er ikke bare han, men det er som kommer inn som er jævlig.
Cheese has it. Keep cheese up.
Wow,
Keep
that
gun
was
up.
fucking close.
Keep gun up.
All
Big heals.
over soon.
Okay, I've got him.
Men så han går runden med bossen da.
I got a
We
rest.
need to kill him before this next.
Ja, han var oppe
Yeah,
igjen.
we're getting overwhelmed in the middle.
I think we all took the one then.
Ja.
Yeah, I know, this is...
Heter han bossen der da? Ja,
So every death is like 5 corpse scarabs, right? So
Yeah.
it's really important that we're keeping people alive. It's the most important thing. You can see how quickly it goes out of control.
Wipe it up. Let's try again.
yeah, I either need a sickness potion or I think it's a good idea for Nox to tank it, yes.
I have a question.
I think it's
when we
fine.
first pull the boss into the corner, as range, it's kind of hard to keep range from everybody while still being in range of the boss. Is there a limit? Like, how close can we be to the boss? Is there?
You can be as close as you want in phase 1.
Right up his ass.
Yep.
You can be stood on where melee is if you want to, but the closer you get, right, the more you reduce the like the angle of the impale, right? If you further out, you're less likely to get hit by impale. Like you can stack like 2 like on top of each other, like 2 on 2 or 3 on 3, because it gives
like
more
that,
room
yes.
between people. It means only 3 people get hit if you're stacking 3 on 3, right? But if there's room for everyone to spread out, then do that.
Okay, I'll try to tank it this time.
That second time when Gun kited it, I don't think you got 1 stack towards the end that I could see.
Yeah, he whooped me for a couple of melee attacks, so I was down to like less than 1,000 health for a couple of times.
Yeah. It's hard to get the balance. It's hard to get the balance just right as a healer for healing the tank on the edge. Just so you know, that's why a lot of healers died there, because we went too far. We went too far out to try and heal the tank. If you go 1 second too far, you're going to get hit with it. It silences you. It does massive damage.
So it's a 30-yard AoE from the boss, which means, I think, is it 40 yards on most heals? Means you've got a 10-yard window.
No, you just need to be up the other end. So you just want to stay way in front of the boss. So Canny's 30 yards from you.
What I'm saying for the healers, there's a small window of about 10 yards where they're not getting hit by a locust swarm, but they're in range to heal the tank.
There could potentially be a 70-yard range, is what I'm saying, because they don't need to be near the boss. They just need to be near Canny. So
there's
they can.
A visual cue for the healers in the circle, the sort of outside ring. If you're on that, you won't get hit by locust swarm, and you can heal the tank.
Yeah, that was the hard part. Was just trying to find that part. We were trying to do the outer ring.
Fine.
Yeah, there's a little part of the that outer ring there, that edge between the dark purple and the light purple. Is if you go past the dark purple, it looks like you'll get hit. That's from what I could see in that last attempt.
You can run around in the black thing in the middle. If you go to the outer purple thing before it hits the stones, you get hit and die. You agree?
Stay in the black zone, basically.
Yeah.
I've been that.
Pop a Nature's potion if you're on this one. It works. If you have one.
The crypt guards aren't vulnerable to shackle undead, are they?
I don't know, but the thing is, we want to kill them because they slap.
Yeah, I was just I just had a thought there. No, we wouldn't have enough DPS here. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, let's give it a go. I'm gonna try and tank this time because I have dash. We're just gonna see how it goes. Kenny, can you do the right mob, right ad, and Gun do the left one?
Okay.
Everyone in, please.
We go again.
No, don't pull your shit.
Not too far. Not too far.
Just saying, there's still 6 people without intellect buffs. Intellect users. Wake up, mages.
Wait up, I got one. It should be left down to one person though.
Nå finner jeg ikke den der bossen nå. Helvete.
Yes, I do actually, Lumpy. Hang on.
Got so much bag space right now. It's great.
Was it taken up by all the gold?
Let's try and go.
Undo. Oh. N-U.
Lambert, come on, in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm rooted.
Oh, yeah.
I can't see shit here, so someone else is gonna have to call if they need to be brought in.
Oh, yeah.
Kill the ads. Focus the ads. Stunt us up on Anubis Khan and get Curse of Recklessness up. Thank you. Now blast.
Yeah, I hear you, Peter.
Det er bare én
Gun, you're pushing me a bit.
tanker som tanker båten, og så har du mange tanker på den der ene lille. Den to bosser og to hadsen der.
Yes.
This is good blasting.
Store der. Han går en mot spread out den av bossen.
I'm just trying to stay ahead of everyone
15
else.
seconds.
I'm going to run ahead of Enox in case you die. You should still follow me.
Yes. Yeah.
Hjørnemenn, ja.
Out of line of sight.
I'm fucking retarded.
Yeah, you got to run on the lip.
And
I
should
walk up.
Fuck. It's my bad.
It's alright, don't worry, good try.
It would have been fine if the Warlock hadn't have gone above me.
Yeah.
Second on threat, because you were still DPSing the boss, right, on that phase. As
Oh,
soon
yeah.
as Nox died, you were above me, so he ran to the centre and wiped the raid. If you had stayed below me, he would have continued going around the edge of the rim.
Okay, we're gonna try one more time. We got this. I'm fucking retarded. I should run on the ledge. I ran into the sewer because I was like, I don't know, brain farted. We got this.
Yeah, I think we might need a repair bot when we come back.
Like I still see a lot of people get hit by that impale, and if we die, we get overwhelmed. Like if I die, fuck it, right? Gun can take it. or Canny can take it, but we really need to stay alive. Like, personal responsibilities spread out. It doesn't matter if you miss a fireball or two or shadow bolt or two. Just spread out.
It's a recurring theme, right, throughout this whole raid, is that even all the way to the last boss, you can't go above the tanks on threat. So if you can't watch a threat meter, then you need to have a serious chat with yourself, because that there wasn't a wipe if you'd stayed below the second tank. It was just knocked dead, that was it. You gotta watch it. It's so important. Nearly every fight in here, you've got to stay below tanks. Second tanks, third tanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my underground lair.
Greetings.
It's not like Molten Core, right, where you over aggro and the giant comes over and one shots you and runs off again. It's not like that. You're gonna literally wipe the raid.
Right.
Everyone repair.
Okay, we got this now, guys.
What have we repaired about?
Thank you.
Gjestene tok den, de gikk ganske fort på.
Yeah, progression isn't cheap, man. Progression isn't cheap.
Rundt hele myggen, nesten.
Especially in Axe. I guess a be all and end all of fucking progression rates.
Jeg fokuserte de andre på de to som kom inn der.
It's funny though, because we like slap the shit out of Patchwork, and then we're like struggling with a new Brigan, which is considered one of the easier ones. Pretty standard.
Welcome to Paradox.
Yeah. Patchwork doesn't have mechanics though, so it's...
Welcome to Paradox, where we can assemble a window, but we can also lick our way clean through it.
Okay, everyone has
try again.
Everyone has their bosses, right?
Yeah,
this
exactly.
Could be our one in next.
Group 1 needs stamina.
Et par tanker som drar bort til hjørnet, de skyter den første røde. Og to røde sånne edderkopper. Står det en tanker borti her og tanker den bossen.
G2G.
Spread your room, spread out. Skyver den på bossen.
And just a reminder, guys, once we do call the raid, I would like everyone, as much as you personally can, to stay in the raid chat so we can have a wee guild meeting and discuss a few things. Oh shit, I'm out of mage bloods.
Trade me.
I only need one. I've got an alt outside with tons. Thank you very much, Marconi.
Okay, let's give it a go.
Fuck, I thought I was drinking. I was out of water. Jesus.
Wait, stop.
Her er en tanker som tar med seg bossen rundt det grønne stoffet.
Let's just wait for this man to drink up like 9,000 mana.
Fucking Pete, man, every time.
Her kommer det en stor rød, nå tar de den.
Yeah, Noggin Fog, so that up as well, Jade.
Tankeren går bare og ruller med bossen. Det står ganske spredt da, han som slår ut på lang distans.
Drag the mobs into me. They're on top of me right now.
I'm rooted now.
Ja, tankeren på meg bort til hjørnet også.
Are we not popping? Like, if you're missing faps, just tell me. I have fucking 20 in my bags.
My PC.
Okay. Andy Linda, pick up Gunbjørn's target, please.
Check my thing, but...
Jesus, go to this bit.
Okay,
det er samme som på filmen.
Focus the ads.
Nei. Det er viktig, for man klarer ikke å holde det der røde.
We got this, guys. We got this. Focus cross.
Ja, fan har jag flyger på det. Jag tar det bara tror jag.
Oh, that green group does hurt.
And that.
Okay. Cheese, you're gonna take the crypt guards when they spawn, when the locust swarm starts, okay?
Okay.
22 seconds according to my DPM.
Beat you with PO.
I'm back in.
Okay, you're gonna take the locust swarm is coming now.
Right, remember guys. Keep an eye on Nox.
5 seconds.
Papa, you're too far out.
Beautiful. That's 1, 2 deaths. Keep me up.
Kill the little spiders.
Yes. Remember, I can't call shit. Someone else has to take control of the middle. If some shit happens, call it out.
Spread out, spread out, spread out.
That block, do it, please. We're just blasting the boss now.
Remember to spread out for impale those. There's more room now.
Yep. Still a lot of people bunching in the middle. Left side's looking pretty empty.
Tell him I'm funny on myself.
My DBM is locust swarm timer is gone. For some
It says
reason.
20 seconds at the moment, but
Okay.
Yeah, I've got 17, 16, 14.
Just keep me topped.
10 seconds to Locust.
Right, move out.
Melee move out.
yeah, Locust.
Everyone, move back. You're still in range of the locust spawn.
I'm getting hit here. You're gonna have to keep me up. Please keep me up. Oh.
Right, kill this crypt guard so we can get straight
I'm
back on
dead.
the boss.
Someone else get this. I'm dead. Cheese, it's on you. Drag it to the corner.
Kill the
You got
spiders.
this. Fuck, you dipped. Next is Happy. Happy, you're fucking dead. Kunalaki. Oh, Cheese is up.
That's everyone.
Too many spiders.
Okay, wipe it up.
That's a tough motherfucker.
It's just getting the kiting bit down. Once you've done that, it's straightforward.
Like the first locust swarm was perfect, right? What happened? So I obviously died because I didn't have dash up. I don't understand why I'm so fucking close. Like why I take so much damage.
See if you've already got an existing. So see your dash. See if you get hit by a locust swarm and get silenced. Does that dash still work?
Yes.
Right, okay.
But
That was
I
what
died because I was silenced and tried to spam heal myself. That didn't fucking
Yes.
work.
If you get hit by the locust swarm, you will be silenced.
Yeah, no, just.
He's also hitting the tanks in the back, so they're going to take more damage, right?
I think the key here really is a swiftness potion.
Yeah, the guide I saw was with the swiftness potion.
But
it's
what I think when Gunnbjörn picked up the boss, he shouldn't have jumped over the goose because he will lower his health if he drops down. You should run the last part on the inner side instead.
No, yeah, it's best to run on the outside.
Okay, so
Yeah, but we're also halfway.
raid time is officially over. If you have to go, you can leave the raid now. I just want to see how many we have. If we have enough people for another attempt.
You can do a ready check to see.
I
Yeah,
cannot
we'll-
stay, but I'm out of consumables.
We'd usually do a ready check.
You can trade me for consumables. That's fine.
If you got any mage bloods.
I don't have that though.
I have 16 left.
So that's Stumpy. I knew you had to go. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't want any trouble with your wife.
None of us do.
Stumpy bird.
Stumpy, is that her?
Yeah.
You're 3 minutes over. You're fucked.
Pulling the plug.
Stumpy, you're dead, man. It's 3 minutes. She's Spanish. She's not gonna take that.
Yeah, I know.
If you're melee and you're out of consumables, you can trade me. I am running out. Actually, fuck, I don't have any more mongoose. Please don't trade me if you need mongoose.
No, okay.
I've used 20 now.
Okay. I'm missing one mongoose and that's it.
If you have a spare mongoose, please trade it to Canny.
Oh.
Hey, Gaiman, come
Thank
trade
you
me.
very much. No, it's okay. Holyfrey's got me. Thank you very much, Holy.
Does anyone have sweetness potions? Okay.
No.
I can trade you one.
If Nox is tanking, trade to Nox.
Yeah, just you can trade me one, please.
So I take it if we used the hunter aspect of the pack, as soon as we got hit, that would stun. Well,
it would daze him.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. So next time, I'm gonna bring Swiftness of Sansa for this.
But if I'm not mistaken, once Locust
That's
Swarm
okay,
is
Holy.
up,
I've got tons of them. Don't worry. Cheers.
Nature Aura will help.
Probably if you resist it, yeah. I mean, Nox had 8 stacks there, and Locust Swarm hit him for 7.9k.
Yeah.
So that's just unhealable.
Yeah, so I think just the idea is to get either I just don't understand because I've seen plenty of warriors do this and they're slow as fuck. Yeah, I don't know.
I think just start when you know it's getting lower, start turning it so you're ready to jump onto the thingy straight away. And
But we already do that. At least I do that already, but it is still too fast.
But I saw Gun had one, and he only had 1 stack by the time we got to the other side. So I don't know what he was doing that was different.
I strafed the entire edge. That was it. Strafing and shield blocking the whole way. That's what I did.
Move on move on up, guys. Get buffs and consumables going. If you don't have a FAP as well. If you don't have a FAP as a melee, please trade me.
I'm going to pre-nature protection bolt.
Yeah, what Ox said there as well, someone's going all out on the skull before it's even in position. So just wait until the tanks get them over to the far side, and then you can go bonkers.
We actually kill them quicker when we can cleave them.
Correct.
And don't stun the ads either. Someone stunned it on one of the tries in the middle of the room before it was in position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, guys, if you are getting consumables off people, it would be nice to repay them. What we're going
taste. Oh shit.
Spread out.
So that's much better, a lot less
melee,
people to do it.
melee, the idea here is that you can stand on that side of the boss. That's perfect. So now it can impale ranged, and it still won't hit melee.
Someone freed me.
Kill the cross.
These crypt guards need trank shotting, remember, yeah?
Yep. Get Sunder up straight away on the boss.
Hunter spray on rank shots on him.
Hunters are up.
Right, with no deaths now. Keep it clean.
PI here, repeat. What should I go?
Make sure we spread it out.
Cannon, move to a leg.
Uh, 15 seconds. Melee, you can start moving towards the middle now.
Okay, so drop your ignites. Do not DPS the boss. Stay below the tanks.
It's not start casting it.
Is he gonna go do it or what? What's going on here?
It's just DVM being sketchy, I think.
What?
Just stay.
There we are.
There we go.
Unbelievable.
Right. Guys, you are far too
That
far.
was
Oh, okay, I see what you're doing.
You're getting hit, Nox.
The ad does cleave, so don't stand in front, melee.
Tank shot.
That's perfect. Right.
Probably got no deaths, guys, to do that again. Okay.
Went out.
Restack Sunders. Quick.
Demo shout up.
There's one at top, kill it.
Okay, just pay attention to the Impale and Nuke. We could even kill him this phase if we're quick.
One dead, get the spiders. AoE them.
I'm going.
Yeah, okay.
Spiders prior, they'll kill healers.
Yep. Getting hit a lot.
Once again, my DPM is gone, so personal responsibility.
Make sure you stay below the
More
tanks on
spiders.
the next plague.
Hail.
We got this, guys. You can
Go back
shield
out
me,
once he's
do
back.
everything.
15
I'm way
seconds
ahead
on
on
to
Fred.
my add-on.
Locust Swarm should be 10 seconds.
Keep going up, guys.
Okay. Melee, move out then. Stay below cheese and gun.
Okay, let's move back, guys. Get to the centre. Let's make sure you can still heal knocks. And we should be good to go.
Partridge, what's your standing? You make a silence.
Okay, Locust Swarms now.
Get in the middle, get in the middle.
Ad incoming.
Careful, guys,
Again.
it's quite close, some of you. Remember, just priority staying alive, because if you die, we're going to get the little ones, right? So just stay alive. Keep knocks up. That's it.
Oh, he's
I
coming
was
through the middle.
so-
Watch out.
Fuck.
Yeah, stand back, stand back.
He'll cut the corner a bit.
Yep, it's my bad.
Kill the little ones, kill the little ones. Big prior on the little
I can
ones.
do this.
Get them
Just
down.
keep me up, get the little
Sappers,
ones down.
everything.
Challenging shot if you can, tank.
If any heals are free, you
Okay,
get
finish
Yep.
your boss. Finish him. Just keep knocks up and it's secure. Remember to spread out for Impale, you're all stacked. Spread out.
PI on here, repeat it again.
What cooldowns if you have them?
Get the scarabs down. I still see cop scarabs. Get them down.
They're on the Thunder Fury tanks. I'll challenge you. You shout that.
Scrabs. Healers.
Just get the boss dive.
Yeah.
There we go,
There we
guys.
go.
Good job.
Fucking big penises.
Well, not micro penises.
That's not you, Raymond.
For-
Stop lying.
Bite my shite.
For my death, that thing that was a little bit cheeky was that I did life tap and I got impaled.
Yep, don't risk it.
It's like we say, the most important thing is to stay alive,
but
right? So do it when you can do your life tap when he's running around the edge.
Okay,
Oh,
so
Stumpy!
the swiftness potion, that was such a good call. Like, that saved it. I ran too fast. I'm sorry about that. I was so fucking stressed out. But that was so it clipped some of the raid. I should have just held it more out here. That was super good.
Timers are miles off as well, both of them.
Yeah, me as well.
Yeah. I think that's a problem with DBM. There's nothing much we can really do about that. We can only hope that it sorts itself out in the next wee while. It could also be that the way that the boss mechanic works is when it says Locust Swarm incoming, that could be the first instance of the boss being able to do it, and it could have a 10-second window of it coming up.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think it's a window.
Okay, so we have one axe, a belt, braces, and the neck. So Lit Council move.
Have fun.
Guild meeting as well, guys, remember, so don't disappear.
Yeah, please don't disappear, guys. That's quite important.
He's gonna get a drink, so I'll be back in
Yeah,
a minute.
no worries.
Alright.
I need to take a piece as well.
Well done though, guys, honestly, it was a good first run. And you can now appreciate, like, yeah, it takes a lot of consumables, but once we actually can get these kills clean on first shots, actually the consumable demand is not going to be as big, right? It's just the progression that we need to push through.
Yeah.
I'm super satisfied how far we went today. So I gotta be honest, when I came in here today, I was like, maybe we'll wipe on patchwork and then just continuously wipe for 3 hours. But we actually got shit down. One shot patchwork, that's a big.
So we
big
got 1,
boy.
2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 bosses. 6 bosses down. No, yeah, 5 bosses down. Sorry. No,
Yeah,
wait.
North,
1,
Rakan,
4.
Gropulus,
4.
and patchwork. Yeah, so 4 bosses.
Yeah, 4.
Counting was never your strong point, Ray.
Seven. Yeah, this one had 2 ads. We will say
So, to say we've done pretty damn fucking well.
So the thing is, next week we have 2 days, right, of progress. We easily get like 8, 9 bosses down next week. I'm very satisfied if we can do that.
Sorry if I just tagged you again. I've just got to let people know who aren't in the raid that we've got a guild meeting.
We can. Where's the living monstrosities? Does anyone remember? For the quest.
We're done 5 for 5 living on monstrosities. We need 8 or 8 death knights.
Wait, you have living?
Into
for fuck's sake! I didn't have the quest then.
Yeah,
I didn't have the quest.
What date I full
Okay.
red?
I mean, I'm down to go kill some of the dead knights. I think they're in the start of the Dead Knight wing.
Does that get you anything doing that? The quest?
So when you've done the quest, you unlock like the.
Frost rescue.
Oh, is that the mats recipes
yeah,
for
my
the
push the top one just fucked. You don't unlock the recipes, but you unlock the quest basically. So you go when you have the quest, you go up, you give him some frozen runes and some other shit, and he'll give you some big boy.
Yeah.
It depends how many we have. I don't want to go around and wipe. Maybe we should just wait. Actually, do it next week probably. We won't really need it anyway for. Can we have another port, please? Like, but genuinely, I think that was a very good first attempt. So
Yeah,
once again, it's unfortunate that we only have 1 day. But we learned a lot, I think.
Yeah, we need to expect to be wiping lots like this, guys. It is a progression rate at the end of the day. The big problem is it is expensive. There's not really much we can do about that. Prices of all the mats are going up, inflating.
And from that bit, he's going to mention go gold again. Ray, are you
Yeah, the price of gold, even the price of gold in G2G has went up.
Yeah.
Tells you a lot.
I paid 10 quits more than last week, I think.
Speaking of which, why is my fucking gold still not been delivered?
You used the discount code Raymond sent me.
But no, this is part of the things I wanted to. I'll go ahead and start the meeting now if they're doing loot counts, so they know what I'm going to say. Now, Nax progression and Nax itself is going to be difficult, as we've seen. It's expensive, and what my worry is going forward is we'll lose people to the sheer cost of progression, the sheer cost of just being able to afford like 2 flasks every raid. Like, as a people, I've already seen it. People in guild chat saying, "Oh, I can't afford this, I can't afford that." Is there a lot of you that's affecting? And be honest, like, there's no issue with saying it's going to be the case.
I was struggling for tonight, but I'm alright from now on.
Right. Don't be ashamed to say you buy from G2G either. Because I'll be the first to hold my hand up. I've fucking had to buy from G2G. I've got a full-time job. I've not got enough time to be sitting here farming. I want to spend time with my girlfriend, but I still want to raid.
But compared to all the other gold sellers, G2G gave me a bang for my bucks.
No, see, the reason why I'm asking this is because if we were going to have a lot of dropouts, like people potentially leaving, one, I don't want to see us leave. We're like a family, this guild. We've been through quite a fair fucking chunk of Classic together.
You're not, Raymond.
Fuck. And number two is, like, if people quit, we won't be able to raid. It'll stop others from raiding. Just get my point? Do you see it could be a problem?
It's hard enough for me, Raymond, and I don't even have a job. I just play Warcraft and it's still hard getting fucking stuff. So if you've got a full-time job, man, it must be a nightmare.
Well, we're in a pretty good position that we've got a couple of raids left, and then we've got a Christmas break. So I guess everyone who's on the fence about carrying on doing it, try and stick it out till Christmas. And if it's too much, then speak to someone.
So regarding this, we know people are going to most likely drop out. We've came up with a possible solution. If you feel like you can't afford the raid that night, what we were thinking is you'd then be able to sign yourself off and be able to farm that night or something. Because I know most of you, like Oksana for example, they can only raid 2 nights a week. But what happens if they can't afford those consumables? That's that gone. But what happens if you were to sign off to be able to farm some gold to be able to raid? And in doing so, the reason why I was thinking this is there's a guild called Dark, and this is Harry Peters' old guild, and they are wanting to raid Nax. They're very good players, and I was wanting to see what you guys thought of a potential merge with them. Do any of you guys have any?
Might be too many people in the thing.
They have 15 to 20 raiders that would be joining us. It seems like a lot, but realistically, can all of you say that you're able to afford the high cost of consumes every raid for Nax? You know what I mean?
Depends if it's in stock.
I'm doing it. I'll fucking fully consume for all of you.
What do you guys think, though?
I'm committing.
Like, do you think
like they're pushing the poorer people out in the game?
Well, this is what I mean, though. Like, see if they were to want to bench themselves in order to do it, they can go out and farm those nights. There will be more than one person benched.
I'm just fighting other people. Like,
oh no, I completely get what you're saying. I know that people might be skeptical.
They might be like better players than people that can get all their fucking match that are shite. And
It doesn't matter. Yeah, see, it doesn't matter if they're better players if these guys coming across. You guys are core raiders.
And also the sit out should be on rotation, so.
Oh yeah, totally.
What's
the
problem?
The sit outs can sit out until they feel comfortable that they can then afford to go on a raid full of consumes.
What it means is if you're sitting out a raid, just use that raid time to go and farm consumables so you're ready for the next one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Just take the pressure off.
Does anyone feel really strongly against this? Like, please let me know, because like the idea is.
I'm fairly new, so I probably shouldn't have as much of a say. But like, I've seen guilds do that in the past, and it usually doesn't work out well long term.
Right. Okay. I'll give you a bit of background here, Vadina. I know you're new. Doesn't matter. You're part of this guild. This guild is a merger. This guild's a merger between Mystic Paradox and Paradox.
Okay, fair enough.
Which, at the time, left us with 50 raiders. Sorry, my bad. Infernals. Which at the time left us with 50 raiders. Of which some slowly dwindled over time.
think only about 3 left the guild shortly after, though, didn't they?
I think so. Not many have left, like due to the merger. But does anyone like have some other strong feelings about it? I know Vadina just piped up there. I think I heard somebody else about to say something. Noggin, were you?
No, I was just like sticking up for poor people. I don't care. I can get consumables and stop the damage. I'll be in the team.
So another thing I'd want to say. On you go, man.
All that's going to happen is if you take in 15 people from Dark who did the first raid they came on, they're pretty hardcore. I think they've done loads of speed runs and stuff. They'll get consumables every week, and we'll end up kicking out 15 people who have been here for God knows how long, or just not taking them in.
No, this is the thing.
I mean, as much as you say that, that's what will happen. We'll lose 15 people who've been here.
Dark are happy to be, what do you call it? Dark are happy to be
benched.
Okay, so
rotated. They are happy to be rotated. They said that themselves. They know that we will be pushing the guild roster quite high.
I'm planning on doing pugs if they don't get in and sort of running their own thing.
Funny you should say that. So the whole thing is, this was just discussions we've had previously to this meeting, which is why I just want to speak to you. We're going to have a vote afterwards to see what you all think without saying anything, like if you don't want to say anything. But the plan is they currently raid Wednesdays, and we wouldn't be changing our raid days, obviously, and a lot of them won't be able to make it. The plan is Wednesdays we were going to do as a combined raid day / pug day, where if we have alts or mains who got benched, etc., if they can't afford the Nax run, they can go in the AQ40 run with Dark.
But that's already going anyway. That's already on the server, Discord and stuff. So that's.
What do you mean?
Wait, can I ask you something, mate? And be honest about it.
Hold on 2 secs. Let's just let Benji finish.
Well, the raid you're talking about, the pug raid is already running. I went on the first one a few weeks ago. So that's been up and running every Wednesday. So that's nothing new. That's nothing to do with them merging.
No.
That's
no, correct. But then if we were to merge, it would guarantee us spots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, yeah, can I ask you something and be honest about it?
Yeah.
Do you think that we need them or they need us?
They need us, to be perfectly honest, more. But my question is, like, see going forward, can you foresee people dropping out?
That's another question then. So you want to push the guild into more serious raiding than what we've been over the last year, because that's what it feels like to me, because we've been fairly casual with picking up world buffs and consumables and stuff, and ultimately, do we really need excessive amounts of consumables to clear every boss in Nax? Some sure we do, like Lotheb's going to be same as, you know, some of the things we've done before, like Huhuran, where we just wear DPS gear but have to drink 2 great nature protection potions, so fair enough.
Yeah.
But are you going to push it to the nth degree where, like, Nox has used 20 mongoose pots tonight? Is that really necessary? Do we need to be, everyone need to be on that level?
I mean, I used 20 mongoose because I traded out 10 to people who didn't bring them.
Like, it's hard to say just now because we've not really seen the full extent of like how much Nax will start to sap away our money, and because we've not really progressed to much other bosses. The bosses we done tonight, how on a scale of difficulty, what would we rate them as? Like Nox, you've cleared it. What would you say?
This is definitely the easier part, of course. Like when we reach lower Theb and when we reach 4 horsemen, we're gonna struggle a lot. But like, I see Benji's point for sure.
Oh yeah, totally. I totally get that.
We don't necessarily need it, like to consume up for every Anobrican pull. We could have just said, okay, let's see how the mechanics work. And then on the 4th or 5th pull, we could go, okay, we're going to consume up, we're going to give this a proper go. The issue for me is we only have 3 hours of raiding. So if we want to do that, we're going to spend a lot of time progressing, and we're going to have a lot of repair costs. I think it's also, so I sat in with one of the guys from Dark, right? And I think it's important to stress that they also want to take it down a notch. Like, they're not coming here to go full try-hard speedrun mode. They want to push content and they want to do well, but they still want to have fun. They just want to progress the actual rates. And as Ray says, at the moment they're not able to. That's why they need us, to be honest. Like, they approached Ray, right, back in the day, initially, or I guess Ray or Sve, one of the guys, right?
Yeah, it was me.
They need us. We also need them at this point, to be honest. Like, we had 41 sign-ups for the newest content.
So I mean, from
think
my
about
point
that.
of view,
We had 41 sign-ups. If we had 55 sign-ups, that would have been perfectly fine, right?
This is what that was my worry, was if we do have people drop out due to consume costs, like, there's no fault in them, but will it stop us raiding in future?
Yeah. So from my point of view, I mean, I'm happy to do whatever. This tier is the reason I started playing Classic. So I want to clear KT. I want to farm this raid. I want to get geared up because I'm not planning on playing TBC. So this is what it's about for me. So as long as I can raid stable days each week, then I don't care who's in it. It's just great that we've got these people right now. But if we can't keep it going, then we've got to look to other options.
Think about it. We had, say, if we did merge with Dark, we had, for example, say 60 people sign up for raid, and they want to raid, and they can raid, they're available. So we'd have to bench 20 people, right? That's kind of a lot to bench. So what would you say if on these Wednesdays, instead of running AQ as a pug from Dark, Dark's GM could host a pug for Nax? We could fill it with all the bench people from the merged raids and fill the rest with pugs or alts from, say, Dopamine or something. Because that's something that can be done, and people will still be able to raid the content that they want to raid. But at the same time, it's also creating two separate raid groups, right, and two separate raid days. So that's the drawback of that. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think that's a bad idea, to be honest. But I also doubt that it will actually happen, because I think the concern is that in 2 or 3 weeks, over the holidays, when people actually realize that you're going to need consumes in here, I think the worry is that we're going to have a lot of people drop out. So if we get, I can't remember how big the roster is, 15 people in, and say 10 of our current people drop, suddenly we're at 45. As Block says, right? To me, there are two options. Either we go on an insane recruiting spree, try to get as many people in as possible, because, like, it's difficult for me to build a proper raid roster, to be honest. Like, today we brought 6 paladins, for example, because we literally had to, right? Instead of saying, okay, I can build a proper raid roster, I can bring 4 or 5 or whatever I deem optimal. That's literally not possible at the moment because we lack the raiders. So either we go on a big spree and try to bring in people, or we soak 15 of their people who we know are good players, and then we see how it goes. That's my take on it.
Regarding the recruiting part, Dark has been trying that since they came across to this server. When was that, Harry Peter? When did they come across?
It was about, say,
a month ago,
4 months ago, or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, they've struggled. They've not really taken anybody on. I think they've got 2 core raiders that they'd consider core.
I think their recruitment was very, very. They didn't make it easy. I applied for them before I applied for you guys, and it was so convoluted. And even then, they never got back to me. And I'm a fairly good raider, so I think that's probably
completely
on them.
agree. Yeah, completely agree. And they were pushing to be hardcore at this point.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, but now they've significantly dropped their scope because they know that it's not feasible to recruit for that level.
They probably struggling to recruit now because everyone has that perception of them as well. So that might be a problem we encounter.
I guess the bottom line is there's a choice here, and you're not going to be able to please everyone, are you?
Yes, this is the difficult part. Like the reason why I thought of this in the beginning, to be perfectly honest, right? This is on me. I don't want to lose either. We've got two options the way I see it is we keep what we've got, we still have our friends, we have our circle, and then potentially stop raiding because we then lose players and don't have enough to fill the roster. Or we do the alternating thing regarding like if people want to sign off to make money, that's fine. There's no pressure to sign up anymore if that's what they want. And we still are able to keep this circle of friends without people being forced to quit, stuff like that.
But besides all that, shouldn't we wait a week? I mean, we went one time in one raid, and we are rushing towards a radical decision about our guild's future that may not be the case that you're thinking about. I don't think that things will go bad so fast.
You can see it even now for Thursday we don't have a raid.
The question is, are we going to be proactive or are we going to be reactive?
Be counterintuitive.
Yeah, we can do some things, so we could be proactive without taking the means that you provided in context. We can go and make a BWL and sell some items and get the gold and get consumables, for example. We can do anything you want. We can go to gold and buy gold. It's not that it's like.
No, I completely get that. We can buy gold, but can everybody buy gold?
If somebody can't buy gold, we will go, we will sell some items from a BWL or AQ, and we will give them gold. We can do a lot of things. If you bring 20 people to the guild at the moment, I think things are going to get way out of hand. It's my opinion.
I just want to point something out though, right? Where are we getting this extra time to do Blackrun Lair and help them? I completely get what you're saying. I would love to do that. Right now we've got 35 sign-ups for NAX next week.
Wait for a couple of days. I don't think that we are struggling at the moment. I think we are very good.
I guess from a numbers point of view, but from an admin point of view, I think Nox is already struggling trying to plan these things when people sign off on the day as he's making the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
But proactive and reactive, is that the same as Viagra?
Jesus, happy.
All I'm saying is please don't take a decision about a condition that maybe won't occur.
I'm going to put this to a vote. I'm not going to make any rash decisions by myself. Obviously, this guild is a what do you call it? Democracy.
Yeah.
The problem is if I speak to.
It's down to vote. It's not about.
Yeah. So what I want to say is, Mythic dungeons aren't even out yet either. Mythic dungeons, raids aren't out yet in Shadowlands. We can lose some to that. We already have. There is a dark pug going for Wednesday, and Hal said to me, any Paradox guys that want to sign up and raid with them and see what they're like are going to get a spot. So I cannot push you enough to try it out.
Is there a time limit on this decision for Dark?
I mean, it is going to be quite soon. Dark is starting to get quite antsy about not being able to raid Nax because they're only 20 men. The reason why I wanted Dark is because they are Harry Peters guys. They've got a very similar mentality to us in terms of raiding. They're actually, I can be quite abrasive on raid chat, I'll be perfectly honest, and talk down at people. I don't mean to, but I get frustrated when things happen. They're not even like that. They won't do stuff like that. So don't think they're toxic in any way, shape or form.
Good people, and socially I think they would have very good chemistry in the guild.
I raided them once and they were, seemed like pretty decent people. to be honest.
Yeah,
My concern though is 15 to 20 people is a lot to take on. You're taking on, half a raid team almost, aren't you? So, and you've got 40 here tonight. So what you're saying is potentially 10 of them are sitting out and 10 of us are sitting out. That's and I fully appreciate. We're in the same situation with Infernals a while back, but we were down to like 30 people. So it's a bit different to having 40 people plus people on the bench tonight as well from our lot before we take on more people.
Well,
what you're saying is you're putting more onus on having consumables to use, and the only reason you can't come on raid is because you don't have those consumables. So what happened is people don't want to go and spend their raid night farming consumables to come for one raid night. What they'll do is just look for another guild. So you've got to decide whether you want to keep the people you've got or you want to take on more to push it for faster clear times. That's ultimately what you're saying. So
But then they need to manage their expectations, right? If they want to come to raid Nax without consuming, then they can't expect to get carried through 3.5 wings in one night.
Yeah,
by
this
everyone else who is consuming.
This is not a black and white thing.
This is the
It's not
question I
about
have. If
every
people,
consumable or no consumables.
So if people do flask and do what they did tonight, a lot of people did flask and some didn't tonight. But going forward to these later bosses, it will start requiring us to start using flasks.
People need to understand that what the consumables that everyone used tonight is not going to be the norm in a month's time.
Yeah.
In a month's time, we're going to walk in, we're going to one-shot Noth. We're going to walk in, we're going to kill Huygen. We're going to go through a Nubakan like he's a fucking trash mob. Like, it's just because we're learning. And what Nox was saying is that we can learn in two different ways, right? We can learn with consumables, or we can learn without them. If we learn without them, it just takes more time to progress. It takes, instead of 5 wipes, it will take 12 wipes, or whatever. But with consumables, it gives everyone a little bit more of an edge. It gives a bit more of a buffer for the healers to keep the tanks up. It gives the tanks a bit more survivability, and we get bosses down quicker. And naturally, we'll just get better as the weeks go on, as we get more gear and we understand the fights. So consumables are just a necessity on some bosses, like Lower Theb, for example. But for the other bosses, all they are is a conduit to speed through the progress and get beyond where we are now quicker. So if people look at it like that, it's an investment in time.
Yeah, no, I'm absolute complete agreement. None of that I just dispute. My issue is taking on 20 people.
Guys, if 20 people come over and they get benched 1 or 2 times, they're going to leave. Because if you are benched 2 times, then you have no reason to stay in the guild. It's what happened with some of the people that left already from Infernals. It's what happens usually in these cases. You know that.
I completely appreciate that. If people get benched, they want to leave. But if people do play to raid, but at the same time, you've got to appreciate how stressful it is for setting up the raid. One dog, you'll know what I mean. See previously, before we started with Infernals, how bad was it to try and organise a raid? Chasing people, etc.
I know that, Raymond. I completely understand you. We were chasing bugs and promising them handjobs in Goldshire to come to raid with us. I know that. Okay, but besides that, I think that the thing is that at the time being, our guild, our roster, our leading, everything is in a better level that has ever been for both of our guilds. Okay, I don't think that we are in a dire situation. I don't think we should take decisions after one raid. I think we should give it a little bit of time. Let's go one more time to Nax and then we can talk about it.
Can I just
what? Huh?
Setting off the raid today.
Can't hear you, mate.
Very quiet.
Can't hear you.
Mike's not.
Setting up the raid today was super stressful. Like, it was hard to be honest, it was hard to fill a roster, which I was confident could go in and take on the challenge of Necromus, to be perfectly honest, because we didn't have a proper roster. We had.
Do you need help about making the roster, Nox?
We don't need help. We need people to sign up. We need people to come in the right raid composition for progression. We need.
I mean, you can be condescending about it. That's fine. I can take that. But
I'm not condescending.
If I have six, let me talk. If I have 6 paladins, right, and I can cut one guy from the roster. I have 10 mages. I have 5 warriors. We didn't even have enough warriors to do 4 horsemen if we got there. Like you can say we're not in a dire situation. We definitely are in terms of like.
I am not condescending towards you. I understand what you're saying. I am just telling you that we should do it another raid.
I don't think it's going to take one more raid, guys. Yeah, the point is what Nox is raising is quite relevant to certain bosses. You need certain classes in order to basically make an optimum raid pool. It all depends on what we want as a guild, right? And we've always said this. We're not a hardcore guild. I've been in a hardcore guild. A lot of us have been in hardcore guilds before. I don't play this game to be a hardcore player, right? I play this game to enjoy fun with a lot of fun people. We need more people because at the end of the day, we can't do certain bosses with the group we got today. So we either take them on and see how it works out, or we take the risk that basically we won't be able to clear Nax, guys. That's as simple as that. 20, in my opinion, 20 is too many. Right, it scares me. It scares the life out of me because we brought up a lot of good players in this group, right? And the thought of actually losing a few players along the way. And don't get me wrong, you all know we carry some dead wood in this guild, right? There are some players in this guild that basically we carry. So we could, in theory, and I'm not being horrible here, we could, in theory, pick up some new players, and those dead wood would essentially become dead wood. Right, and I'm not going to name names. You all know what players I'm talking about here, but you need a group of players in order to complete the Nax journey that we all want to do. And it will get to a point. Some of those dead woods would get an opportunity as we progress in gear, and we get to a point where we can carry a few people. But there are bosses in Nax, and obviously you guys took a look at it tonight. That you basically will need consumables, and you will need competent players in order to take it down. There will come a time in over time when we get gear and we get more used to the mechanics, because it is a mechanics fight.
Stop.
Right?
Okay, stop.
What?
If you're streaming, cut the stream, for fuck's sake. You don't stream a guild meeting. Retard.
Who?